Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me today in my studio. I can't wait to show you how to paint this, so hit subscribe now. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to paint this pretty Rockies mountain winter scene. 9 by 12 canvas is what we're going to be painting on today. We're going to be using these following colors with a number 12 Filbert brush to begin. I've got turquoise, bright aqua green, cerulean blue, titanium white, black, and light olive green. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the first step. With a wet brush, I'm going to take my cerulean blue and I'm just going to start pulling it across the top of the canvas to begin the sky. And right away, without washing my brush off, I'm going to take some white and start to bring it partially over that blue and then down. Take a little bit more white, do the same thing, partially over where I left off and then down. Okay, then I'm going to take some turquoise without washing my brush off. And I'm going to add that down here. Take some cerulean blue and start to scumble and blend it around the edges. You can hear my brush is pretty dry. Let that paint work out of my brush so I get a soft, powdery, blended look. Nothing too streaky or too thick. The next color I'm going to use without washing my brush off is some black, more of that cerulean blue. And I'm going to come in from this side on an angle, pushing flat, kind of go bumpy, and then paint that in, and then pull out. Before that can dry too much, I'm going to take some white and add it at the base here. Come in with some more, this time taking some white, tapping, start to overlap. And then we're going to come up on this side. So it looks really patchy like right now. Take a little bit of white, and I haven't washed my brush off yet. Scoop and pull. Take a lot more white. Pull up this time. I'm going to use a combination of the edges of my brush and the bottom, so I can kind of just come in and create some lines like this, and then I can pull and drag down more white again. And I cut across like this. Pull and sweep up. Down in the water. And pull for a bit of a reflection here. Okay, I'm going to take my Filbert brush, smaller one with some blue and black. Got a little bit more shadow in here. Right in here. We're going to bring in a little bit of that midground. So it comes out, and then it goes in, and then around. And you can just tap. Tap, tap, tap for some little trees. If we pick up a little bit of white, that's just fine. Even better. And it gives us more wintry looking trees back there. I want to take a little bit of my green gold. I think that's a really pretty color to add with the blue and the black. And add just a little bit of a reflection down here, not too much. Just a little bit more of a little bit more color here. I know it's going to dry darker, especially going over top of the black that we've got in there. And acrylic just in general dries darker. Okay, then I'm going to take those colors again and slope and bring down right to here. Now this painting is inspired by the beautiful and famous Moraine Lake around Banff and Lake Louise. Beautiful, beautiful place. I was lucky enough to grow up around and get to visit lots. Again, a little reflection. Whatever you've got in your brush from here, you want to add just a little bit below. I did a much larger version of this a couple years ago here on my channel as a time lapse, like a really, really short time lapse. And I know a lot of you guys have been asking for a longer version. So just spur of the moment kind of thing. That's how I am. I just decide things spur of the moment when I want to paint them. And I just felt like doing this right now, so I'm feeling a little bit homesick lately because we moved away from the Rockies. We're on beautiful Vancouver Island now. And don't get me wrong, it's lovely. But from time to time I get a little bit homesick, and it helps to paint the mountains when I'm feeling like that. A little sweep and blending across will give it more of that water look as well. Makes it look a little bit more reflective, doesn't it? I'm just taking a bit of white with my blue, green, black mixture. I know this is still wet. I'm just gonna bring a little bit of light back there. I'm going to go back in and start adding some snow peaks here and there. Oh, a few little lines. And then again, dragging. I'm going to soften this area in here. And up here, bringing a little bit of that grayish color that's left in my brush to add some clouds. Give a bit of a little bit more atmosphere. Some white. This is how I like to kind of come in and add those smoky, really soft, misty looking clouds. Just dry brushing over top of where it gets darker towards the top of the canvas here. We're going to get that natural gradation. The easiest way to paint clouds. I want to really add some low-lying clouds and fog and mist here. So I'm really going to cover that area up. And then take some blue-gray, maybe a little bit more. I'll just define these treetops a little bit more. I'm gonna add a few in here. That's all you have to do. Just a few little taps like that. That grayish greenish color, all the colors except for the turquoise. Just gonna bring these down a little bit lower. I'm gonna take some of my turquoise. I'm going to saturate the color up here, or down here I should say. And yes, the color does look like this. Sometimes it really looks like emerald green. It's just beautiful. Taking a little bit of blue, black, light olive green. We'll add a little bit of depth. Take a little bit of that gray, make it a little bit lighter, and wherever we have a tree here, just gonna pull and flick a little line at the base of it, following the slope of the mountain for just some of those shadows. Just a few little taps in here. A little bit. Now to finish this painting, I'm going to use my Rake fan brush, bring some white and wiggle in here for some more natural looking lines and pattern on the mountain. So what you want to do is get some water on your brush along with that white and kind of start up on an angle. really fun and effective using these brushes. And then if you feel like it's just too much of a pattern, then change it up by adding some dabs of white here and there. I'll add some light here on this side of the mountain. And I know I said I was adding the finishing touches there, but this cloud is drying a little bit too dark. The more white I add to the cloud here, the more this kind of disappears and looks really pretty and misty. And then the more the blue shows up. I was waiting for this area to dry so I could go over it and add some fog up here as well. Slightly bring it over top. Just bring in some more light easily in snow by adding some white. And you can use any white you want. You can use a warmer white, that would be really pretty. So I'm using a cool white if you're curious. Okay, I'm going to call this one done. It was so much fun to paint. I hope you guys learned a lot, picked up some easy tips and tricks today. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already. That really helps to spread my channel around so more and more people can get inspired and learn how to paint in acrylics. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you all soon in another video. Bye!